Hello and welcome back to Zelda Speedruns. We are here with the first English restream of the Remlits tournament Season 1. We have Group Lanayru, Golden Devil versus CubeDavid. On comms, I've got KitKat and Sledgen, and take it away, fellas.
Thank you,
Hello.
Bix, thank you. Hello, everyone. Yes, Remlits. Yes, Remlits.
Yes.
It's been a while since a Skyward Sword tournament. Anyway, but yeah, we're kicking off this year pretty much with the Remlits tournament. For those who don't know, the Remlits tournament is a sort of like beginner style tournament, similar to Mini Blins in Wind Waker or Scrubs in Ocarina of Time, where the settings are slightly faster to allow newer players to be able to beat them and not take a very long time. And everyone's kind of split into different groups to reflect their skill level. So the group we have today is pretty much right bang in the middle, Group Lanayru. Both these runners are in that group, and let's just honestly talk about the runners. So Golden Devil and CubeDavid, both very kind of well-known names in the community. Golden Devil known for restreaming a lot, and CubeDavid, someone who I know I've seen quite a lot in VCs and practicing as well. I know Sledgen, I think you know CubeDavid a little bit more than I do, but definitely a well-known name, I think.
He's been practicing a lot recently, and so has Golden as well. So it's going to be really exciting to see both of these races go against each other. But yeah, Remlits changes also include there are a lot of longer side quests that we don't have to do. Silent Realms are not a thing in these settings. And also the Ancient Sea chart is not something we need to try and find either.
Yeah, there's like a few subtle differences from this to traditional standard settings, which make these settings a little bit more faster and I guess easier is a way. So checking out hints late for you to Muldrack.
A beetle path, okay.
Beetle, interesting.
Magma Turf is dead. Mines is dead. That's an interesting one.
That's an interesting one, yeah. Okay, Sword and Central Skyloft.
Sword and Boko Base. Do you think that Sword and Boko Base is going to be on Platz's Gift or deeper in Boko Base?
It could be anywhere in Boko Base. There's a good chance it's Mogramits locked, so we might have to be getting the Mogramits today.
Yeah. I feel like often when you get, maybe not when you get swords, but when you get paths to Boko Base, often the path is just Platz's Gift.
Yeah, that happens a lot more. I've noticed it happens a lot more than it kind of should, but it's probably just like confirmation bias or whatever. Right, so yeah, CubeDavid immediately out of the hints hell, I guess. Golden Devil still kind of reading through it, especially with that bow being on Gorko, which is a
probably not required, but
not required,
maybe
it's still Gorko.
Maybe worth noting just in case.
Yeah, Gorko being Gorko. But yeah, no, dungeons. Lanayru Mining Facility and Ancient Cistern. Not the fastest dungeons, but not the longest dungeons. Ancient Cistern is more on the shorter side. LMF is more on the long side. So, good mix of dungeons. Fairly like average speed dungeons.
Yeah, so, I would agree.
Not too likely to be a jet seed and not too likely to be a really, really stupidly long seed. Yeah.
Yeah, Ancient Cistern is quite a check-dense dungeon. So that is an interesting thing to note. You can get lots of checks really quickly in Ancient Cistern.
Yeah, that is very true. I know that, but mostly because of the inclusion of Rupee Sanity, which are in these settings and have been were in the last standard settings actually. But yeah, like having rupees be enabled as checks in their own right makes some areas like Cistern basically double in checks. It feels.
So yeah, so far the only item we've got is a bottle, and right now that'll unlock Oriel Amparo. Ooh, nice Triforce.
Triforce, that is required.
But yeah, not too many progress items just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always nice to see a bottle on Skyloft 1, so you could probably do combining talking to Oriel with getting the bottle if you choose to talk to Oriel in your first Sky visit. But that's more of a convenience item. It could be not required, and yeah, as far as other progression, not that useful. We have found a Triforce, as we saw 20 seconds ago, which is a required item. There are a few items that are required. The True Master Sword, which in this game is for sword upgrades, the Goddess Harp, and speaking of a sword, there's a sword on our potion lady. Don't know how she has a sword, but cool. And also, yeah, three
family heirloom.
Yeah, three Triforce pieces.
Yeah, looks like Cube is making his way to the plaza.
Yeah, plaza.
It's going to be interesting to see the play he's going to make. Is it Oriel and
he appears to be using himself off Skyloft at this instant. I don't often see many people doing this. A lot of people tend to like to do the waterfall cave. But interesting.
Okay, yeah, looks like he's doing Oriel and Paro. I really respect this play, honestly.
This is honestly with that early bottle, not a bad play. Just get out of the way now.
Yeah.
It is worth noting in Remlits we do start with all 3 tablets. Traditionally in standard race settings we've only ever started with 1 tablet, and so 1 surface region that would be open, and then we would find the rest of the tablets as we go. And so because of this, Remlit seeds are way more open than traditional race standard seeds have been. So there've been there's a lot more decisions to make in the early game. Granted, some more kind of quote unquote on meta decisions, cough Elden, but regardless, they're decisions that anyone can make, right?
Yeah. When you don't have any items, Elden is the most check dense area. However, depending on the items you get on Skyloft and the Sky, other regions, starting in other regions is definitely a possibility that can work out.
Right, yeah. Like
housing these spiral charge rocks.
Yes, that is also worth noting that this game has sort of this like chess type matches content thingy. Although in Scout Sword we do it a little bit differently. Instead of the chest size being affected, we actually use the dowsing mechanic to kind of point to kind of see if the chest is useful or not. If it pings, then the chest is useful, and if the chest does not ping, then we can probably safely just ignore it.
Yes, super cool.
Yeah, it's a very 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 weird concept, and very very Skyward Sword way of doing CTMC. I'd quite like it. It can be overpowered. You can sometimes just kind of wave your sword around and there's like half the checks in Lanayru already found, right? But it does add a different layer on movement and just kind of how these players route things, having that ability to have that knowledge, right?
Yeah, being good at knowing where to ping is an important skill in Remlits. For sure.
Also avoiding
misses. And that's white sword already.
Sword. Yep, 2 swords. We will never know which one's the hinted sword, but there's 2 swords in Central Skyloft.
Yep, there you go. Could be 3, for all we know.
Could be 3.
I've had that happen before. Very rare, though. So yeah, looks like Golden's going to be going to Lumpy Pumpkin, I believe.
Looks like it. Yeah, looks like it. Nice in this in the rando, right, where the bird speed is like speedy, right? So just have to go wee, and not like vanilla where the bird speed is quite slow.
Yeah. Looks like Cube is gonna be either going to Elden or doing Waterfall Cave. Looks like he's gonna be doing Waterfall Cave.
Yeah, so we see him kind of going back, and we did see Golden Devil do this earlier. Golden Devil did more of a traditional Skyloft 1 route where he went to the goddess statue in Upper Skyloft and then back down to Central Skyloft, and then kind of went through the cave, which is that's more what most runners do. I don't know if it's the timed wise it's the fastest way to do Skyloft 1, but that's just what everyone's been doing for years, and no one's changed it, so I assume it's the fastest way of doing Skyloft 1. But again, with that early bottle, Cube's decision to not do that was very justified. Golden Devil heading to Elden makes sense if you look at his inventory. Not many other items that would help in Farron or Lanayru, so Golden Devil definitely staying kind of using the kind of the on meta plays here, going to the region with probably the biggest check density at the low sphere, which is Elden.
Yeah, I believe it's 11 Sphere Zero checks in Elden. I
There's a
might be
few.
wrong.
It's about
But
that
with
number.
Mogma Turf dead, that is a little bit less checks we have here.
That is true. That is true.
And yeah, there's Cube flying to the sky. Doesn't look like there's anything important in the cave other than money, which will be useful for Beetle since that is our path to Coloctos.
Yeah, no, it'd be interesting to see. Interesting to see if I think I saw actually Golden Devil elect to pick up a I can't remember if he pinged it, but I want to say he picked up a dead chest. With that beetle path to Coloctos, we might see runners just straight up do that, just in case they can get like a gold rupee from a non-pinging chest, right?
They could also get the cursed medal.
That is true. That is true. It's, I mean, you know, hey, when beetle is salt, you kind of have to risk it sometimes.
Yeah, true.
Hey, there's a beetle.
Oh, speaking of beetles and beetles. So yeah, first beetle in Elden, I would say this is something that happens relatively commonly.
Yeah, it's nice
this
to
unlocks two checks.
It's definitely nice to have a beetle in Elden because again there are some ruby checks that you can now get that you couldn't get otherwise. So that's always nice.
Yeah, getting a beetle early on is a nice thing to have because there are some seeds out there where your first beetle is really late.
Right, nothing appears to be pinging in Boko Base just yet. There's money, so not quite.
Ooh, was there 0 things pinging in Boko Base?
I didn't see anything pinging. There might be a few things at the top of the mountain that Golden Devil might have missed.
There might be some on the Volcano Summit.
Oh, the Volcano Summit, of course, yes, yeah. But
in the front half, though, doesn't look like anything from CubeDavid's side.
Yeah, David as well doing the same pings, not finding much. So it begs the question: where is that sword? I believe was what was hinted. It was a sword, I think. Yeah, people. Yeah.
We had a sword on Paro and then a sword on Potion Lady.
Yeah, so we already know where like 3 swords are, and we're like 10 minutes in.
Yeah,
this is a seed. Nothing in these rupee checks on Gordon's. Yeah, nothing
was
on
that gold rupee I saw on item on cliff.
I think it was. It was. I want to say it was a rupee. I wasn't paying too much attention.
It was some sort of rupee.
People in chat are saying it looked like a rupee of some kind. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Cube's going to get it with the beetle. Yeah, it looks gold.
Yeah. Golden Devil doing some interesting movement here to avoid these Pyrops, I think they're called. I can't remember the name of these dudes.
Pyrops sounds right.
Yeah,
I believe
those guys.
So, yeah.
Those guys kind of
they can knock you into the lava.
They breathe fire, which is not great when you're surrounded by explosives.
Yes.
Yeah, both these runners pretty much at the same point in Elden's. I want to say David has done a little bit more Skyloft work.
I think
find that extra sword
more.
Yeah, so there's like there's a few like differences in probably amount of checks done here, but for the most part, both these runners are pretty much neck and neck as far as location goes.
Okay, looks like this chest was pinging earlier. It is gratitude crystals.
That's a funny ping. That's a funny ping because it's like crystals, especially in Remlits, where some crystals are restart the sentence. Where I think we start at 20 crystals. Yeah. And betroth 30 through 50 is only useful. So the majority of the crystal packs that would ping are actually kind of useless. So it's very quickly can pings be can crystals be a kind of dead ping?
Yeah, that is one thing to note about chest dowsing matches contents. Not every ping will necessarily be useful. Every single bottle pings, every single progressive bow pings, and we only really need one of those. Every single gratitude crystal pings, of course, and you don't actually necessarily need the tough beetle or the quick beetle for every seed. You can do tricks to skip those. So for some people, the quick beetle and the tough beetle will just be bait pings. But they are helpful in some situations as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
It is amazing how much chest dowsing does, but it doesn't guarantee you something that you need.
And in a way, I think it's like a good way of naturally balancing it, because it's quite overpowered, but it doesn't mean like it. But you know, this game has graduate crystals, it has bottles, it has item upgrades, which, you know, for example, the bow. Once you get the first bow, is the second and third are basically
mighty
useless.
scatter shot. Oh, there's claw shots on Beetle.
Claw shots
and scale.
Shields
Holy.
and scale.
Wooden shield, claw shot, and scale. Cube, I think, debating whether he should buy scale or claw shots first. He's chosen to go for the claw shots. I wonder if he's gonna check the remainder of the things here.
It's always uncomfortable when something is on 300 and on 100.
It's such a tough decision.
Yeah,
especially when it's scale.
Yeah. Well, especially because, you know, you don't really know when you're going to have that much money again, so you kind of just have to. You know,
it looks like Cube is gonna go and get the discount from Beetle. That's very smart.
That is smart, actually. That is very smart.
Because now he's going to be able to buy the scale for 150 rupees. That is very smart. So yeah, if you turn in the Horned Colossus Beetle, which we start with in Remlits, Beetle will give you a discount on the next item that you get from him. Now, you won't see people do this every single race ever, but in in such an awkward situation like this, it's really helpful.
Oh yeah. That's like one thing that is very good to kind of keep in mind is, well, not keep in mind, just kind of something to remember is just like stuff like that, like how you can have discount at Beetle.
Yeah,
just like that random game knowledge.
Golden's gonna get the Paro checks and then go to Beetle. So yeah, there is scale and claw shots on Beetle. Very, very stacked. And we're gonna leave. There is one more check behind the 100 rupee slot that we don't know of. But scale and claw shots is very good for Farron.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And with that Beetle, actually, you know, it makes Farron a pretty good play.
Yeah, we can now do Great Tree, which is really fast with claw shots. Okay. We can do all of Lake Floria. But we do not know where our whip is, which is necessary for a lot of checks in Ancient System.
Yes, definitely.
So I think Cube didn't check Lumpy Pumpkin. He's gonna go and do that now. Golden also doing the same thing. Very nice. But yeah. With the Beetle and Farron, once you have claw shots and can do Great Tree, that also means you can get 2 more checks with the Beetle. We can pretty much do most of the checks in Farron now. There are 2 bombable walls that we can't get right now, but still, very good item combo. There's a ton of check density in Farron. One could make the play to go to Lanayru. There is some claw shots locked checks there, but I think with this position, Farron has a lot of more check density, so that might interest our runners a little bit more. And yeah, looks like Cube's going to be going to Farron. Golden getting his scale as well.
Yeah, but people also saying in chat that mines, that the mines being hinted as having nothing, also probably would draw these runners away from Lanayru. Like, you know, David here, again, as we're saying, going to Farron makes sense with the items that he has.
Yeah. With mines being dead, that basically means you'd want to go straight to caves. So, with all of those checks gone, does make Lanayru less appealing, that is true. Alright, Sealed Temple Chest is pinging. Let's see what we'll get from this one. More crystals! Okay, well that does put 2 Betrow checks in logic now. Oh yeah, one thing to note about crystals is you can get loose crystals in this game. at night time. But in these settings, loose crystals will never be required. You will never have to get loose crystals. But if you are like 5 crystals short and just want to quickly get a Betrow check out of logic, you can actually do that. So it is a nice thing to know about. Alright, yeah, and Cube, also Golden entering Farron now. Cube is going to be making his way deeper into Farron Woods. Also very nice to have the claw shots, because it just means you can immediately just get up to these vines here. Not only claw shots unlocks just a lot of checks in general, it also is just great for speeding up general movement. And so now you can just immediately go and check this part. It's like item on tree. I cannot see what that is on my end, but looks like it was dead.
Yeah, I missed it as well. We should see the other runner get that at some point.
You just need to be a bad enough dude to go to Betrow with 45 crystals. Oh, that sounds horrible.
I mean, if Betrow gives you crystals, then you are set.
When Betrow gives you crystals and you don't need them, it's the funniest feeling. Alright, yeah. So Cube's now gonna check his other great tree chest. We've got a bluebird feather. We don't need that. Going round to peek the other one. I don't think the beetle can make it. Look like an evil crystal, which is junk. And now Cube making his way to Deep Woods. Deep Woods chest is a little bit out of the way. It can be an annoying check sometimes, but being able to ping it is nice, at least. Oh, I thought that was the cursed medal on the item on the tree there. It was just a heart medal.
I think I'm incredibly behind. Give me a sec to refresh my page.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, no.
Like in Deep Woods, striking down the beehive right now, and Golden is climbing the great tree with claw shots for me.
Oh, cool, yeah. Did we see Cube climb the great tree already?
Yes, we did.
Okay, yeah. That kind of makes sense, especially with claw shots. Like,
don't think it had anything.
I noticed both the routes that these runners did using claw shots, and yeah, the claw shots really speed up a lot of things in Farron, and by extension Skyview actually. Skyview's not a dungeon here, but having claw shots for Skyview, you can do things really out of order because you're not meant to have claw shots until much later in the game.
Yeah, claw shots is just a really nice item to have. And I always find it like so interesting in SS Rando how you can use so many items in different ways, especially the beetle.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. There aren't a huge amount of items in...
Also, awesome cube warp from Cube.
Yeah, nice cube warp as well.
Also, in his name, because he's called CubeDavid.
Badum-ching.
Badum-ching, indeed.
Yeah, but no, what was I talking about?
Claw shot speeding up the game.
Yes, that. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, with Skyview, and it helps as well in System that we'll see.
I can think of one place you can claw shot to in Lanayru mining facility, and that's it.
I can't.
It's the key locked room. There are some vines you can like claw shot.
Oh yes, that speeds us up. Yeah,
so,
that's right. That exists.
Claw shots. It just saves a bunch of like small amounts of time everywhere, and those add up really quickly. Because there is lots of vines in this game.
Oh yeah.
It looks like another beetle. Oh wait, no, it's a bow. Never mind. Okay,
Yeah,
well the bow is still useful. The bow is not necessarily... Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying, Golden Devil, listening to not Gold Devil not killing the Boko there, trying to be speedy there, but ended up kind of getting hit into the void, which lost a little bit of time. Not that much of a time loss though, just a small little hiccup in Link kind of avoiding out.
Cube Warp is quite an annoying trick sometimes.
Oh, very close to Golden. I think it was just a little. It struck a little bit too far to the left.
Yeah.
Try again.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that was close. I think it was a little too high that time. It was like just barely missing it both times.
Oh, and there's Mitts.
Mitts,
on,
yeah, interesting.
Entrance to Lake Floor. I think you're a tiny bit behind compared to me.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I think my
British internet moment.
No, yeah, maybe.
Okay, and Cube going into Lake Floria.
I mean, hold on. You're British as well. You should have the same internet issues. By that logic, surely.
I guess so. I don't know. I guess I'm just ahead.
I'm the one that's behind. Yeah, it's. I'm trying to refresh my page as much as I can, but this might just keep happening. Well, bear with.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
We'll work around it a little bit. But yeah, Golden using the Beetle Warp to the Crystal and Skyview is a nice backup to not getting the Cube Warp there. So it's quite a nice thing to know, especially if Skyview is a required dungeon. Doing the Beetle Warp is really nice. Gotta make sure not to hit the Octorok though. So yeah, finding Mitts in Farron is an interesting one because it doesn't unlock any checks in Farron for us. It just unlocks a lot of checks in Elden mainly.
Yeah, and it was,
and there's the other pair of Mitts.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, Mogwit's ready. Yeah, but no, this seed was very interesting already, where Beetle was in Elden, which did more stuff in Farron. Mitts were in Farron, which did more stuff in Elden. It's one of those seeds where it's just back and forth, I feel, at least right now.
Depends if they're gonna find Whip in Lake Floria. But yeah, the bow is, when Sandship is not a dungeon, the bow is not necessarily an item that you need, but it's really helpful for combat, because quick drawing the bow not only is quick, it's in the name, but also does a ton of damage. So using the bow on enemies often saves time. Golden's gonna push down this little shortcut here. Some good thinking ahead there. Oh no, it looks like he's gonna be getting the statue. Okay. For a second I thought he got his mitts there and was choosing to go to Elden, but he hasn't gotten that yet. But yeah, Mogma Mitts really early is interesting for Boko base. We have a few checks we can get in Boko base, but the back half of it is locked behind earrings, and there are also checks that are logically locked behind bombs. Oh, and there's Cave's Key in Floria. That's interesting. So yeah, this is going to be quite an interesting choice. You know, you've got both pairs of mitts for Elden, but you've also got Cave's Key as well for Sansi.
Oh yeah, no, I think definitely a few more options here as well. One thing also to note, both runners going forwards through Lake Floria. Sometimes you'll see some runners will go backwards by doing the fence hop, or a trick called rope Floria, where you like swing on a rope and you do some bounce stuff. It's really dumb.
Rope Floria is really dumb.
I hate it as well. I learned it about like 2 weeks ago, and my hatred for it has stayed exactly where it was before I learned it. But yeah, both these runners going forwards. In these settings, that's something you can do because the Floria door is open. And yeah, and honestly, with these rupees in the middle of it, honestly, it doesn't lose that much time. I've heard from some people it might actually be faster to
when
to do it that way.
Sistan is a required dungeon, I think going forwards through Floria is a really good plan because you can just immediately chain it with Sistan. Which
especially if you find
seems to be dipping here.
Yeah, if you find whip here as well, which we didn't in this case, but in case you found whip in Lake Flora, then it would have made like routing way easier. But either way, yeah, CubeDavid. Yes, CubeDavid going into persistent without the whip, so he won't be able to beat it. But there's still a few things he can do. There's a lot of things you can do in this east part. There's like a lot of rupees you can just get
checks
with
in
access
this area.
to it.
5 of them are rupee sanity.
Yeah, you'll see what we mean by most of these checks being rupees. It really does.
Okay. Good. He remembered the combo. Yes. I'm glad. But yeah, dipping Cistern, I would say Ancient Cistern is like a very dippable dungeon, just because you have like 8 checks you can get in a position like this, which is like half of the dungeon.
It's a very check dense. It's very check dense, and also it's just there's a statue right outside it that isn't too hard to get to, so it's quite a good one to just like go in and out of. And dipping it doesn't usually waste too much time compared to other dungeons.
Especially when like the hub room is just immediately at the entrance.
Yeah, David, trying to peek that. Couldn't quite see what that was, but.
And yeah, Froppy saying that the scale path could lead to Mitts, which could give us whip somewhere Mitts locked, which is true. Could be vanilla whip in Boko base. Fun thing about items in this game is that there are 2 vanilla locations for a lot of the items because of how Boko base works. How in the vanilla game, Boko base strips you of all your items and makes you find them. So there is 2 vanilla locations for the whip. But yeah, Golden following pretty much the same route as Cube has done so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and CubeDavid getting the hook beetle there, so that's pretty good find. Makes a few things in Lanayru easier, and it's probably useful in other places as well. I want to say CubeDavid is slightly ahead of Golden Devil here. I want to say he's further into this region. He's in Ancient Cistern, and also he's definitely done quite a few things in the sky. But that does not mean that Golden Devil is too far behind. Golden Devil right on his tail, entering Ancient Cistern right now. So both these runners are still pretty close, and I'll say 30 minutes in. I want to say one has a slight lead, but honestly, still anyone's game.
100%. In Skyward Sword, just based on the twists and turns that logic can put you through, one decision can lose you multiple minutes and can completely change how a game goes.
Definitely, yeah.
It looks like Cube is going to be going for Cistern Clip since he's saved.
Yeah, very, very good idea to save before Cistern Clip.
I often forget to do that, and that is bad.
It is bad, because you can softlock, and if you softlock and you haven't saved in like 30 minutes, there goes 30 minutes of progress, which it hurts. I may not be speaking from my own experiences in the past. It hurts.
That looks like the boss key chest is pinging. Okay. Makes sense that he's doing Cistern Clip then. So yeah, with Cistern Clip, you'll see players do this trick in a lot of seeds. You can basically just access the hellish basement, like, out of bounds, and immediately just get the boss key chest without having to do any of the puzzles and stuff down there.
Yeah, Cistern Clip, and there's other stuff as well you can do in the basement, but especially Cistern Clip allows these runners to pretty much skip, like, most of the basement. I've been doing like some form of basement skip ever since I started running, all those years ago, and I don't even know how to do the basement. I'll be honest; it's been a hot minute since I've done the basement. So I have no idea. I don't even know what it looks like. It's been that long. But yeah, CubeDavid getting another beetle. He's now got the quick beetle, so there's quite a lot of beetles in Ancient System. Two to be precise.
Yeah, quick beetle.
Yeah, the quick one you can get a few more out of the way rupees, especially the ones in Sandsea.
Quick beetle unlocks checks in Sandsea. You can get them out of logic without the quick beetle, but the quick beetle also just saves time over using the normal beetle in general. So even though it can be skipped, it is also just very nice to have in general. So yeah,
definitely.
Let's see what Cube is going for. He's going to get Zelda's Closet. That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to go, especially with it just being in Academy and the Skyloft being at like the center of everything. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be interested in seeing, first of all, what this check is. Okay, it's nothing. And second of all, what decision he's gonna make from now on.
I'm just curious as to why Zelda had an evil crystal in her closet. Like, what the hell?
Don't worry about it.
Right, cool.
It was Girahim's just trolling us.
Golden Devil having a little bit of trouble in this room. I think that Skulltula on the far side was kind of giving a bit of a hard time. So
oh yeah, the Skulltulas here can really like mess up, especially with your Z targeting.
Yeah, they're in really annoying places. I didn't even deal with them. I just kill them right off the bat because I just don't want to deal with the targeting shenanigans.
Okay, Cube is gonna check the rest of his beetle checks. That is very fair play. We still don't know what one of them is. We've seen a total of 4 of Beetle's items. It's probably unlikely at this point that Beetle has anything else, but Rando will be Rando. You know, it could be anything. So yeah, he's gonna buy this junk item on purpose so that he can go and get the check that comes after it once he reloads the area. And yeah, Golden's going to be making his way further into Sistan. And yeah, okay, that beetle check was indeed dead. Looks like Golden's going to be using his key to get into the middle statue. Did Cube check the whip chest, the chest and key locked room?
I didn't quite notice. I want to say he did, but we are going to see that on Golden Devil's side either way. Once he's done,
because that is the vanilla location for the whip.
It is the vanilla location for the whip. I don't think the whip can be there because of how the key logic works. However, it's still interesting to see what's regardless.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
But yeah, Golden Devil fighting Stallmaster, which is something we don't see a lot of runners do because of System Clip. It's entirely possible that Golden Devil might just not want to deal with System Clip straight up, maybe because of how it soft locks, or maybe just the movement's weird. Either way, he's decided to do the good old Stallmaster fight here. Yeah, haven't seen this in a while. Also because I think pretty much every single vanilla category skips this guy one way or another. So, or every major category, sorry.
Stylemaster fight has some good music in vanilla. I like it.
I agree. It's a good fight, I think, as well. It's quite an epic one. I think it's one of those fights you can do blindfolded. I did see someone do it blindfolded at one point, like back in the day.
Pix mentioning that he thinks we had 2 keys available without whip, so that might mean that we can get the whip chest. But Golden does not have a small key right now.
Oh, Golden Devil, he had low health. He was at that point.
That was scary.
There's so much going on. Okay, Golden Devil.
Oh, that's whip. Okay.
Golden Devil side. Stallmaster at like when you're at that health, he does like so much damage. It's crazy. And Golden Devil got that last hit just before Golden Devil died. So very clutch fight and very good to see.
This chest didn't seem to be
that chest was dead. He still picked up probably some money. But yeah.
So yeah,
let's talk about.
We found the whip on Golo.
Yeah.
And there's a Triforce in Gorge.
Oh yeah. It's starting to come together.
It was a claw shots path. Yeah.
That's kind of annoying because you could get that whip before going to Farron, but because you would like. Honestly, like I don't blame either of these runners for going Farron first because of just the items that you'd have. Sometimes the game just places the items like that.
And like I said before, like the players would probably find Farron more interesting, but stuff like this does happen, and dipping areas when you don't have as many checks can be worth it.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, both runners went into AC itself trying to find the whip, but it ended up being right under their noses the whole time. David, upon finding the whip, just head straight back to Cistern. Honestly, I respect that. You find it, you just get the dungeon done. But yeah, Golden Devil now doing Cistern quest.
Floria is path to Alamath. I forgot about that. But yeah. Finding a scale on Beedle, leading to the same area that is path to Alamath is interesting.
Okay, Golden Devil. I could see Golden Devil kind of setting up for this a little bit. Oh, he jumped off. He's fine. I could tell he's taking a bit of a safer approach to assisting clip, so he wouldn't void out. Definitely helps. I think he's just really close to the edge, or it could be nunchuck issues. Either way, he's having a little bit of a hard time with this movement. It is a bit kind of. It's hard to see an invisible floor.
Can be tricky. You can only go off of Link's shadow, really.
Yeah. Golden is in the water, and just swimming up.
Okay.
Yeah, nice way of doing it. Nice way of doing it. Yeah.
And yeah, Cube is gonna be checking just behind the waterfall right now. We've got both runners in Cistern.
Yeah, it is actually possible to do this check without the whip. What you need to do is you need to like get to a point after doing Cistern clip where you can like jump down and grab that ledge. It's faster to do it with the whip, of course, which is what we see Cube do here.
The chest behind the waterfall?
Yes.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't actually know that.
It's a little bit slower because you have to like, get to the get like above the switch by going through the basement, and or you have to climb up the spider's thread again to get to that point, and then you're pretty much right above the switch. So you can drop down without the whip. It's slower though, so it makes sense to wait for the whip, which is what David did here.
Oh, there's a very nice strat in this room where you can see up towards that little whip lever, and then as immediately after you stop looking around with the C button, you target it so that you can whip it without having to do the puzzle the normal way. But yeah, so far we've seen the runners do pretty much the same sorts of routes. Slight variances here and there, but overall they've got the same backbones to their routes.
For the most part, again, runners are not at all too far apart from each other.
Yeah. Gonna be checking the Bokoblin. This can be an annoying check since if like Rupee and the Lily Pad, I can't remember if it was hinted at the seed. It might have been.
I don't think
this check can be annoying to check. Because it's a little bit out of the way.
I believe it was hinted, as David is just straight up not even going for it.
If he's just going back out, I would say it was hinted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what appears to be the case.
Yeah, I remember the path hints, the Baron hints. I don't remember the specific item hints. We're multitasking, okay?
It's hard to keep track of all the hints because you read them at the start. So you're trying to like comprehend, like I guess not necessarily comprehend that the seed started, but like the seed starts and you're explaining how it goes, and it's as a commentator, it's hard to keep up. We do have some
could honestly
nice
just
little
write them down next time.
We also do have a few commands and chats, like items, like exclamation point path, stuff like that that you guys can use as well.
But yeah, now Golden is also going to be going to caves. He's going to be getting his whip from Golo, unless he chooses to go straight to desert. But when the check's right there, I imagine that he's going to make the choice to get that.
It's likely that it'll go through, at least through cave. Golden Devil could try and be aggressive and just straight up not even go anywhere near Golo. But we'll see what
we hate Golo. Honestly, I don't blame him. Golo is sometimes annoying.
Golo has a big hitbox, so sometimes bowling the bomb past is pretty hard,
But yeah, we will be checking Golo.
Yeah, getting the whip.
Getting the whip whilst an explosive is dangerously close to us. But yeah, that's alright. An interesting thing to note about Gorge is that does have a dig spot, but that also requires the Gust Bellows, so we cannot get that yet. And I don't think there is any known trick at all to get that out of logic. Not that I know of, anyway. So it's a weird one. Gust Bellows and Digging Bits, an interesting combination of items that you need. So yeah, Cube is going to be fighting Coloctos. Interestingly, doesn't have the bombs, so one of the fast strats that you can do isn't available, but you can also do spin attacks. If you manipulate the RNG. It looks like he didn't whip the core as it was attacking there, so couldn't quite get the strat, unfortunately. But that's okay.
Yeah, it's easier to do when you have the Master Sword or True Master Sword, because then the sword will do more damage. But when it's a lower level sword, it's like infinitely harder to impossible with the Goddess Sword even.
And yeah, this is a fan favorite fight. Also home to a meme Coloc pause. Very, very cool fight indeed.
Yeah, I have yet to meet a single person who says that they dislike this fight. Most people at least are neutral on it, at worst.
I think this fight is... I think this fight is cool. I'm content with the fight. I have nothing against Coloctos. But yeah, Golden is actually making a different decision to Cube now. He's, instead of going back to System, he's going to be checking Sansea, which, honestly, I respect. He has Quick Beetle, he has Whip, I think he has everything to full clear this place, actually, now that I think about it. So I really respect, this play now, delaying System. And we know on our side that so far, System hasn't gotten too much else for us. We'll see in a minute, though. Also, nice bow shots at the end by Cube. If you do Skyward Strikes or quick draws, and shoot its core in Phase 2 when it's down, you can basically one-cycle it. Yeah, Coloctos does have a little bit of RNG involved, that is true. But yeah, okay, we've got one check left in System for Cube, as Golden is making his way to a fan least favorite, Skipper's Retreat, which is dead. Hooray!
Yeah, it certainly is a place in this game.
Skipper's Retreat is one of the places this game has to offer. And that is a slingshot. Okay. So slingshot is not, like, required for anything hard required if you have the bow as well. But it is quite nice to have extra, like, ammo, because the bow only has 20 arrows in this game. So having just slingshot pellets can be nice.
Yeah, Golden Devil now making his way to Power Stronghold.
And yeah,
Honestly,
slingshot is speedy as well. Yeah,
very speedy. I do definitely like this play from Golden, because with the exception of the chest and shack, which I think was dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
With
the exception of that, Golden could pretty much full clear this entire region, which is very nice to see. Full clear at full speed. You're close to it, you might as well do it.
Oh, is the quick beetle going to be able to make it from here?
I think it should be able to. Yeah, it looks like it
is.
Oh,
yeah, it does. Nice.
Just money, though.
Quick beetle is too OP.
Very much so, indeed.
So yeah, now into Pirate's Fortress? No, Pirate's Stronghold. Wrong game. We can ping all of this at the start. However, some chests are like behind each other. This is one of the areas... Sunsea is one of the areas where knowing how to ping and where stuff is quite nice. Because a lot of pings can like overlap each other in this area. Yep, exactly. I do like using the quick beetle there because the keys can be annoying. I agree. Golden going off to the right side there, which is quite a nice little strat you can do. Past that quicksand. Alright, yeah. And now Cube is also going to be making it into Sunsea. Oh.
They're the bellows.
There's the Gust Bellows.
Interesting locations for the bellows.
Doesn't look like anything else was pinging, yeah.
Yeah, nothing else. Looks like and then Golden Devil is just out of there with the Fire Warp. And
so there you go.
Yeah. Pretty speedy Power Stronghold.
Yeah. Especially with Caves Key and Floria, I think Golden was thinking about the logical implications of that. With Caves Key in Lake Floria, that is like an indication that Sunsea might be the location for your LMF path, and yeah, we found Bellows, so looks like it is. Looks like he'll be doing Central Skyloft now. I think he didn't do Waterfall Cave, if I remember correctly. I'm interested to see where our bomb bag is.
Yeah, it's like one of the major items that we still haven't found yet. Almost 52 minutes into the seed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the mitts, like, also when Mogmaturf is dead, going to the Elden upper half, through Mogmaturf is kind of slow. So I guess, I don't think they had Hook Beetle at the time they found Mogma mitts, so it makes sense that they didn't want to go to Elden just yet at the time. Now they have Quick Beetle though, they could use that to progress without entering Mogmaturf. Still a little bit slower than bombs, though. Okay, yeah. Item in Bird's Nest was nothing. So, yeah. Outside of LMF, Bellows unlocks a few checks. Some of them are hints, such as the Gorge Dig Spot. And some of them are not always hinted. Or never hints in the pool like item in Bird's Nest. So Gust Bellows unlocks a few checks here and there. Oh yeah, Malara's crystals. That is one of the checks of all time.
Indeed,
Skyloft
one of the
Village.
checks of all time.
Skyloft Village often gets hinted dead because it's just a one-check region in.
Yeah. It's hinted dead. I guess Malara's house doesn't need cleaning.
Yeah. Pipit's gonna be mad at her for spending all of their money. But yeah, Cube is on his way towards the Gust Bellows now. Oh wait, no, Skyloft Village wasn't hinted dead. Okay, we're doing Malara's crystals, guys.
Doing a little bit of cleanup on Skyloft.
Chat is very excited.
Chat seems ecstatic.
Cleaning the house.
Okay, good question in chat by Ricky. What is faster? Sleepwalking in and out of Beetle Shop or sleeping? I think it's walking in and out. I think I want to say I timed it a year or so ago.
I need to time it. I think they're very comparable.
I think Yao says it like in chat. It says I think it depends on the platform. I guess where you are. I mean, if you're close to the bed, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, because you can play SSR on Wii, Wii U, or emulator, and loads kind of vary a little bit.
Of course, loads also make a difference. Since I think that's what Yao was also mostly mentioning as well was the loads of different things.
Yeah. But yeah, I should time that again. But yeah, there you go. Golden receiving his check from Malara. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The power wash simulator part of the seed. Oh, nice. Both of the runners called their love wing at the same time for me.
Synced.
And they're going to different pillars at the same time. That's so cool. So yeah, now Cube is going for the Gorge Dig spot. And honestly, I don't blame him. He could chain this with Desert if he wanted to. Oh wait, no, he isn't. Wait, did he already get that? He might have already gotten that. I might sound like a broken record. I wasn't paying too much attention. Looks like he's going to be going into Desert at this point, which going into Desert without bombs, you cannot do a few checks in there, especially in the nodes, but you can ping like almost every check in Desert. So, like, yeah, immediately you can just get tons and tons and tons of information. So, doing some nice break slides there.
Yeah, some good movements tech in Lanayru. And around quicksand in general is break sliding, which is just holding ESS down after a roll or home buffer and and target of course. And Link kind of just does a shuffling sliding animation, and it's quite quick in places like
negative
quicksand.
Speed. Zelda games absolutely love negative speed. Actually, Nintendo games in general. But yeah, great option for quicksand. And generally just, like, stuff that slows you down. So yeah, Golden's going to be finishing up System now, and Cube is aiming to check more of Desert. Doing a little front hop, because if you enter the radius of the robot talking to you during the cutscene, you can make it talk to you faster. Unfortunately, missing that there, can be kind of tricky sometimes, but it's a nice little small time save to know.
It's one of the game's weird small time saves. Yeah.
There are a bunch of tiny things here and there that are just nice to know from watching other people and stuff. Okay, those checks are dead. Gonna be heading into Fire Node now. Just to ping the area. We can't actually do any of Fire Node because we don't have the bomb bag to get the time shift stone active. But pinging it is pretty much always like a nice thing to have. That looks like the second small chest. And one of the ending chests. Okay. Because you just get a ton of information from pinging this area.
Just in nodes as well, you like get out the sword and it's like, here's like 3 things that can ping. It's and also just in the out in the on my brains are working. On like the outside areas in Lanayru, it's like there's like 5 different chests you can ping in the span of like 2 seconds. It's
Mm-hmm. The Goblin giving us love.
How nice of them.
Now Cube is going to be getting top of Elmath. Alright, let's see what was in this one. It is a Triforce piece. Oh yeah, I'm behind because.
I do think my streams have appeared to have caught up, which is.
Oh no, I was behind because I can't chat on the commentary page because the like cookies agreement is like filling up the space.
Oh, interesting. Damn cookies. But yeah, we have Golden Devil just finishing up Ancient Cistern. David actually going into the Lanayru mining facility here, starting this up.
I want to say that the boss key chest wasn't hinted. It's a sometimes hint.
I don't remember it being hinted. We will see.
Not having bombs and the boss key chest being hinted dead is the best feeling. But yeah. There's also a little time save you can do here, where you can like whip the little lever there, but it can be quite tricky. So I honestly don't blame Cube for not doing it. A lot of the time, if you have trouble with it, it loses more time than it saves. Just one of those little things that exists.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'm a trick that uses this item, and I exist. I save a little bit of time. Okay, bye.
the speedrunner classic of a thing that saves 2 seconds, but if you miss it, it loses 20.
Yeah. Speedrunning moment.
Speedrunning moment, indeed. But yeah, no, we just see CubeDavid here going through LMF. Pinging in this dungeon is weird. I think from here, some chests ping, but others don't.
Yeah. I asked about this one. I believe the ones that you can't ping from the front bit is you definitely can't ping the boss key chest. You definitely can't ping. I want to say that you can't ping chest in hub room. And you can't ping shortcut chest, I believe. I don't know. It's weird. But pinging from that little center room there in the front half is nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, his Golden finishing up Koloktos, also using the bow to quickly deal lots of damage.
Yeah, using the bow in phase 1 doesn't do quite enough damage to skip it, I don't think. So
yeah,
it's probably gonna go second.
It's a nice
time.
thing to use if you don't know the other strats.
It's also just a quick way of dealing a lot of damage, even.
Yeah,
if
the
you're not
bow is
going
just
for
a nice item for combat for sure.
Oh yeah.
This BMOS can be super annoying.
When
Actually, scratch that.
Right
Every BMOS is annoying.
True. Yeah, that I know what you mean. That one especially, because I feel like just with how the cycles work in that room, it's very easy to catch that BMOS right as he's looking at the ladder there. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, there's this Centrobe that has these little little dudes that he sends out to go get you, and it's very annoying when they get you.
Yeah, like the end of that room. The end of that room is just like Centrobes, and that BMOS is just it's a fun time.
Yeah, Cube getting rid of those Stalfos. Not Stalfos, Staldras. Enemy names are difficult.
They sound similar. It's whack.
Yeah, it's a Stal something. It's a skeleton thingy. Got bones.
Got bones.
Got bones. Okay. Well, not the best description I've ever done in my life, but.
Well, now neither of these enemies on screen have bones. Koloktos is being defeated, and
very mechanical.
I can't remember the guy on CubeDavid's name, but Amos. There we go. Thank you. The Amos. How do I forget Amos? Yeah.
Enemy names are hard.
Enemy names are hard.
All right, and this chest is the pop. One could call that French vanilla.
So I think we're pretty close to go mode now. We know I think where one more sword is. I want to say it's...
Okay, yeah. So on restream, we only have to know where one more sword is. It's kind of interesting to see their positions because Cube has the full Triforce and the harp, whereas Golden doesn't. But Golden has one more sword than Cube does.
Yeah. It's like one runner has something that the other one doesn't at this point, which is very interesting. And just kind of shows
really
that most of the second half, I think, once Golden Devil made that divergence to go into Sandsea, it's been really very different.
Yeah, it's been really cool how they took pretty much the same path at the start, and then later on they were just made different decisions that affected how they played the seed.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's an example of an unnecessary bottle.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, nice ping. I want to say one of the last swords were hinted. There's two hinted on Skyloft. One, I think the one that Golden Devil's got was unhinted, and there's like one more.
There's one in Boko Base actually.
Yes, Boko Base. There's a sword in Boko Base. That is very true.
I don't think that was on Platts. No, it couldn't have been.
No, it was a silver rupee on Platts. So we'll see. Whichever runner goes to Boko Base first, we'll see where that is, and then we should be able to be in no mode at that point.
Yeah, I forgot where the sword Golden found was.
Sandsea? Was it Sandsea? No.
I believe Cube also full cleared Sandsea.
I'm struggling to remember. Pick saying Malara in chat. That sounds right.
Oh yeah,
there was a
Malara,
sword in Malara. Yeah.
Rare Malara W. Or is it common? I don't know. Malara's crystals is just Malara's crystals. It's one of the checks of all time. But yeah, Golden making his way into Lanayru now that he's done Sistan. I find it interesting how the seed made the runners the seed made the runners not want to do a second trip to Elden.
Yeah, I
which
think
is
I think
super
not having
cool
those,
that
not
the
having
seed allows us to do that.
Yeah, I think it's like, especially not having the bombs. I can see kind of why the why neither one has been to Boko Base. Because I think without bombs, especially, it's it's slow.
I totally
And
agree with the play.
You can't even do Volcano Summit actually without the bombs.
Mm-hmm. Not having bomb bag for Elden is yucky sometimes.
Now, having bomb bag for Lanayru is also yucky. Just honestly, not having the bomb bag at this point is straight up yucky. I would say.
I still really want to know where the bomb bag is at this point.
We're just kind of.
It could be in Boko Base.
It could be in like one of the. I guess assuming both runners missed a ping somewhere in Boko Base, it could be. It can't be in Volcano Summit because we need bomb bag to get there. But yeah,
it could be on one of the dig spots.
True. I don't think we've seen either runner.
Or it could just be at the end of LMF right now.
It could be anywhere. It's very much just we're waiting to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Robo Jumper in chat making a good kind of point where it feels like bomb bag is like in the first 15 minutes or the last 15 minutes. Let's see, there's like no in between. Seeds
and then there's bombless
honestly.
seeds.
I don't see many bomb the seeds actually. They do exist.
They can happen, but they're not very. They're very seed dependent. They don't happen that often. Yeah, Cube doing minecart hop right now, which is a very annoying trick. A lot of the time, you can do the right side, which you can do as many attempts as you want at. You can also do the left side, which a lot of runners find easier. However, in order to do the left side, you usually want to use a bomb to explode the timeshift stone, which we don't have. So you're kind of on a timer each time you want to attempt it. So yeah, minecart hop is a very annoying trick.
Yeah, at this point, David's going for a
very nice.
For a place on.
Oh no!
Just barely.
That's like really it.
There's a bit of collision on the right side, which allows you to pull out the beetle, which is what David is trying to do here, as he of course doesn't have bombs, as Legend was saying, so he can hit the timeshift stone with the beetle once he's up there. However, I feel like getting up on the right side is harder than the left. From my experience, I know some people prefer it.
I would agree.
Yeah, it's either way. It's very, very, very. It's finicky. It's finicky.
Minecart hop is just bleh.
Very much so. Yeah. In the meantime, Golden Devil still going through Lanayru.
Okay, looks like Cube is going to be using the minecart, and I don't blame him. The trick sucks.
That is fair. Yeah, just going, just abandoning it and not spending, not spending too much time there, messing it up, which is safe and yeah, respectable.
Golden getting another Triforce.
I think that's his full Triforce. He's marked all 3 Triforces. Yeah. So Golden needs the half.
I hope Cube knows that he has the full Triforce. Because he hasn't on his tracker. He only has 2.
Oh yeah, on his tracker is 2. Yeah.
Hopefully he knows.
Yeah, but on Golden's side, Golden just needs harp and
it's really where our final sword is and where bombs is that are the big questions. But yeah, Momo, I think Cube might not be comfortable with the RBMs, but it is a nice option to know. That is true.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the RBMs in LMF I find are, at least whenever I
They are
do LMF myself,
situational.
they're very situational. Yeah, I find myself doing them like once every like 20 or 30 seeds. Like not very common. So it's quite easy to not remember how to do them, and maybe just play it safe and go.
Ballast Box
Go
RBM
without
is a
bits.
nice one if chest and keylock room isn't pinging sometimes. But like, you know, when it comes to I will touch upon this actually. When it comes to back in time, back in time is, you know, it has lots of uses, and Cube is going to be activating it right now.
I mean, as much as you were saying, yeah, like he may not do back in time. Yeah, there he goes. He's distracted. Does some back in time.
There he is doing back in time.
Yeah.
Very, very fair play. But yeah, as much as back in time is useful and can save time, it is not the most broken thing in the world in Rando. You can there are people you can definitely win races without using any back in time.
Yeah, it's definitely not let's say like a required glitch to be able to be versatile in. But it's a good another like, you know, tool in your arsenal.
It's very good to know.
Yeah, and yeah, CubeDavid is going ahead and doing, I want to say, a few RBMs to kind of push a metal box to one side, which will give him access to I want to say the chest after the big boss room, that like wooden chest on the ledge there. And for those who are very unfamiliar of how back in time or reverse bit magic even works, basically talking to Fi there set a scene flag in back in time, and we kind of took that scene flag, and by starting file 1 at just the right time, we took that scene flag and put it onto file 1 and applied it to the Lanayru mining facility. And it just so happens that flag corresponds with a box being pushed. And so that's basically the thing with back in time is we're basically stealing scene flags from back in time and putting them onto our files so they're useful.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the one thing of vines that you can claw shot. And there you go.
Yep.
There's the one time save that claw shots has in LMF, right there in all its glory. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There you go. Using the hook beetle to destroy this little crate here.
Yeah, no bombs means still have to fly around to beetles. Oh yeah.
So yeah, both in the same dungeon now.
Pretty much. It's weird how just a few minutes ago things still looked very diverse, but now we're kind of like going, like everything's kind of coming back together with both runners now being in the same dungeon. So yeah, I think I want to say Golden Devil is slightly closer to go mode. Although, I mean, actually looking at it, well, actually,
there's a ton of events because he's about to get his harp.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be one sword away. But then Cube has done more checks in LMF.
I think Cube has done more checks in general, but Golden is close to go mode, so it's very interesting, kind of how it's unfolded. And yep, still even an hour and 17 minutes in, it's still anyone's game, and just depends where that bomb bag is, and by extension that last sword is.
I mean, a bombless seed is possible.
It just depends where that last sword is in Boko Base, to be honest. If it's in Summit, then we're gonna need that bomb bag. Otherwise, it just depends whoever nabs that sword first.
It's a sword race. There's still, you know, a fair few items that we haven't gotten yet. We haven't gotten Ballad, we haven't gotten Earrings, we haven't gotten Spiral Charge. None of the runners have 50 crystals yet. There's still like a decent chunk of stuff left in the game right now. Okay, cube checking this chest and hop across room.
There's Ballad.
Speaking of Ballad, that's the commentator's curse in action right there.
Ah, yes. Okay, Goldendevil with his harp, and yeah, just that last sword, and also he needs to beat the No Mining Facility itself, which is true for David as well.
Yeah, we are quite close to go mode with still so much. There's so many places that this sword could be.
That's true. That's true. It is worth noting that in most Remlit seeds, if runners agree to do so, there will be a break. I want to say most of the time breaks are every 2 hours, except this time it's different. Both the runners have agreed to have a break every 90 minutes. So in about 11 or so minutes, we are going to have a 5-minute break where both the runners will stop playing. So yeah, that will be coming up somewhat shortly. But until then, both runners still have to beat this dungeon and find their remaining go mode items.
Here's Cube getting the shortcut chest.
There's the boss key. The Ancient Circuit, which is the technical term for the boss key in the Lanayru Mining Facility.
Yes. In the actual names, I think it's Golden Carving, Dragon Sculpture, Ancient Circuit, Blessed Idol. I can't remember what the sandship one is. I want to call it squid carving, but I don't feel like that's right. And then Fire Sanctuary's Mysterious Crystals, or as runners would say, HD3C. I like to call the sandship one a skull. Squid or a squid or something, and then a Q or a key. But yeah, Cube is going to be finishing up LMF now. Doing Moldarak.
Yeah, doing Moldarak indeed. He's the white sword. Moldarak is one of those fights in the game where having a more powerful sword makes zero difference. Moldarak is hit based, so you can have the practice sword, you can have the True Master sword. It doesn't make a difference. Actually, having the True Master sword, True Master sword actually makes it worse. Like you want a worse sword for this fight because the length is makes it harder. Esme in chat saying, just arrived, how's the seed going? The seed is going well. Both these runners are fairly close, and yeah, just need to kind of beat their last dungeon and pretty much find that last sword. I think both runners are kind of in a sword hunt. Goldendevil has a sword over David's, because Golden has done Malara's crystals. But yeah, no, very, very close from both runners.
Yeah, just missing one sword on Restream and still have a fair amount of items to go. I think the sword on Malara was definitely a highlight of this race. But yeah, it's been a really fun race to watch, for sure.
Yeah, it is worth that we do.
Nice.
It is worth noting that we have that last sword hint in Boko base, because of how those pings we saw from both Goldendevil and CubeDavid. It's very unlikely that the sword is in main Boko base. It's probably in the summit of Boko base, which means that by extension we'll probably need bomb bag, and there's people mentioning in chat also fire shield earrings as well.
Yeah, so I mean, dipping Boko base is something you could do. It could be there, but it also might not be there. Rando's gonna rando. Yeah. Oh wait, no. I'm dumb. Yeah, no. Front half of Boko base was dead. There was no pings, and then we don't know about summit. So yeah, ignore me there. That's just me being brain dead. ADHD moment.
Yeah, CubeDavid now defeated Moldarak. And yeah, that's gonna be all David's dungeons done. And yeah, pretty much. We're just looking for
earrings and bomb
items.
bag.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think it's always interesting to see like other items being required for go mode, like when you're only one item away. Because like we don't care as much about our sword right now. We care about like where earrings and bombs are.
Gold Devil just barely not blowing up the Froak there. I think Gold Devil's a bit too close for the Froak to spawn. Yep, okay, there he moved.
Annoying.
I think that's the name. I think that's the name of the enemy. I could be wrong.
Bellows were in Pirate Stronghold.
Yeah, it was a weird Bellows location. Okay, yeah, Ballad on Golden Devil side. It's likely with that Ballad on Cube side as well that he's probably going to end up going to Thunderhead, which is actually what we see him doing right now.
Mm-hmm. I respect this play. Getting it out of the way.
Very much so. And honestly, with Whitesword, you can kind of full clear this straight up,
yeah.
so it's definitely worth doing.
Full clear. Gonna be going straight into the Isle of Songs, gonna be pinging the East Island chest. Okay, it's dead. I have a feeling that either bomb bag or earrings is gonna be here. I don't know. Could also bring Spiral Charge into the mix since that had one ping. That's a one check item right now. Because just had the one ping in the Spiral Charge rocks. Could be something we need. Need random Isle of Songs puzzle to happen so badly. that the day that will happen will be funny.
Alright, Isle of Songs on Cube sides. It's a piece of heart.
Okay, nothing.
Silver rupee and some crystals.
Yep. Okay. I honestly think doing 5 loose crystals is, on the table at this point. Oh, and I think he's getting item from Colin.
It looks like it with that harp.
Yeah, no, he hasn't gotten that yet. But yeah, you can get 5 loose crystals pretty quickly, honestly. With some different strats and routes and stuff. So, if Patro 50 has something... Yeah, Golden does often collect loose crystals. That is something he does in a lot of his seeds. So if we don't find another crystal pack for a long time, he could use that to his advantage. Never mind. Never mind. There's a crystal pack on Colin. So yeah, that's all of Batro. We can just full clear Batro now. If we so desire. Looks like Cube is making his way to Elden. Okay. He's going through Central Skyloft, and I didn't know where he's going, which path he was going to take for a second. Oh wait, no, getting item in Bird's Nest, right? He hasn't gotten that yet. Golden doing minecart hop right now. Ah, it's so annoying when Link, like, stands up and then gets back down again. So you can douse the Bird's Nest item with White Sword dowsing. White Sword dowsing is a little feature where you can douse treasures, rupees. You can also douse Goddess Cubes, but that doesn't matter in these settings. You can also douse crystals. So yeah, you can use White Sword dowsing. Dowsing for rupees isn't as good if you haven't like gotten the rupees around it, because those kind of hog all of the pings there. So you can douse Bird's Nest with that feature. But these runners might not know that. It is a little bit niche. To some degree. Not everyone will know about that strat. And also, when you can just get the check anyway, it is just nice to just go and get it.
But yeah, there's David with that master sword.
I saw a sword and got excited for a second. it was just like, ooh, sword. But yeah, both the same amount of items from Go mode.
Yeah. Again, I think we see David again with that slight lead of just being a little bit ahead of having done LMF. But again, depends where that last earrings and bombs are really.
Yeah, Cube's gonna be doing the Bat Warp. If you jump on the gravestones and then side hop at a specific spot, you can respawn right here, so that you don't have to open Betrow's house at night. And yeah,
also, it is worth saying that it's 90 minutes. So both these runners will stop playing for about 5 minutes, I want to say. And yeah, so I guess a good time is to recap on the seed. Very interesting seed. It is worth saying that the norm is 2 hours, not 90 minutes. Both these runners just decided to break at 90 minutes instead. I think that's how it went anyway.
Yeah, I think breaking at 90 minutes is fair if one person gets a sub 2 and then the other person just takes the break on their own. So yeah, very fair. Make sure to take a stretch, everyone, if you haven't already.
It's stretch time. But yeah, and yeah, honestly, you see the suspense on Golden Devil screen because you know my dude's about to get the boss key, but you know he doesn't know that yet, and he won't until the next 5 minutes or something. Or 4 minutes past.
Jasnix told me something once that I love to this day. He said you could enter the home menu for a break, and then when the break ends, do a break slide.
Oh yes, I remember him saying that.
So it's not only like funny, but it's also a play on words.
Technically optimal, I think, as well, because you exit it with I guess you can exit with a really quick break slide, which I think might be like close to task movement for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, both of them are in cutscenes though.
Oh yeah, both of them cutscenes, yeah, so that wasn't possible. But yeah, no, break for both these runners. As I was saying earlier, yeah, both these runners very close together. Cube with a slight advantage with having done LMF. Gondor was just making his way
done a little bit more checks, yeah.
Yeah, so I think at this point I have to give a slight lead to Cube, but as I was saying, it just depends where earring and bombs are. And if Golden Devil finds those, if Golden Devil defines those both those items before David does, then that could put like another advantage to Golden's side. So it's very definitely a pretty exciting watch, I think, and honestly has been for most of this. Again, it's it's been very interesting. For like the first half of the seed, it was very linear. It was kind of one runner was following the other, and then it kind of both runners just kind of split off and did their own thing.
After
and then
getting
kind of
whipped from Golo.
Yeah, and then kind of merged back once both runners were in the new mining facility. So very interesting seed where where both runners were close, then doing their own things, and then kind of coming back together.
Yeah, when they got whip, Golden decided to follow his Caves Key path from Floria and try and see if Sansi had anything useful, which it had Bellows. And Cube went back to Siston, and he was able to beat that dungeon there. And now they both went back to Elmeth, and now Cube is doing some sky stuff. I always like procrastinating making a decision in which region of the surface to go to by just doing sky checks.
That is valid. I mean, the Sky and Skyloft by extension are very like centrical regions in the Skyward Sword universe. You kind of have to pass through the sky as you're traveling anyway.
The Skyward Sword cinematic universe.
But yeah, you kind of have to go through the sky anyway. So it's always kind of worth doing a few checks here and there, and then again you kind of put off or even procrastinate doing some surface regions by kind of getting carried a bit away with some sky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we are nearing the end of the break. Got about 35 seconds left. Yeah, 35 seconds now. Yeah, break is 5 minutes.
The break is 5 minutes,
and then we'll be right back with it.
We will be
and,
right.
And Goldendevil will finally get his boss key.
I'm excited to see what's on Bat 50.
Honestly, I don't think we've seen a single. Has Goldendevil done any patrol checks?
I don't think they. What if the bomb bag was obtainable from the very start and no one did any betrothed checks? Because they wanted to wait until they had 50 crystals.
But Betrothed kind of like that. Anyway, break is done. Both runners are back at it.
Yeah.
I mean, that could happen. That could happen where
if it's on Bat 30, we could have gotten it like a long time ago. But like,
oh God, yeah.
With Betro, most people, myself included, like to wait until they have 50 crystals.
Okay, that's 5. Now at 10, which is giving me nothing.
Yeah, so those checks are both dead. Okay. Small bomb bag. Small. Bomb bag.
Actual bomb bag.
Okay.
Okay, about 40. About 40. And 50 is just a golden skull.
Love it. Baiting us and then finally giving us it. Okay, so we could have gotten the bomb bag a little bit earlier, but I honestly think waiting until 50 was definitely a good decision here.
This is paying. What if this is earrings? Then that would be like maximum crystals you'd be like was like 40.
Oh my gosh.
But we'll see. Okay, it's a bow. It's a bow.
I saw Link do the da-na-na-na pose, and I was like,
yeah, it was just a bow, just a measly bow. But yeah, still looking for those earrings on David's side.
Yeah.
I believe anyway. Yeah.
What if spiral charge on one of the dig spots and then earrings on the breakable rocks?
Could happen, I think. Yeah. But yeah, either way, Goldendevil now just
now he has
the
bomb bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bomb bag is gonna unlock stuff in Lanayru for him. It speeds up Elden, and it's gonna be useful in Elden for later. But yeah, he's gonna be going to Elden. Yeah, bombs are on Betro 40, Alka. So yeah. The choice between Elden and Lanayru here is an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, when you get a bomb bag that opens up like that many checks, you do have quite a lot of
options. Lanayru has earrings. The worst thing would if Lanayru had spiral charge and you get the chest and it's just crystals.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Putting off the dig spots for this long, I totally understand this Elden play.
Yeah, no, I think most plays would have made sense here, and especially this Elden one. Yeah. Right, speedy bridge cutscene.
No circles.
No circles.
I've
And
been having difficulty with circles today. Not today. I mean, in general, I haven't gotten it in a long time.
I won't even lie. I think kind of same. I can't remember the last time I got circles, and
You're the guy who made a circles tutorial.
Exactly. It's weird. I made a tutorial like 3 years ago. Yeah.
Circles is a meme in the community where in that cutscene you can run around in circles if you roll at the right time. It saves 0 seconds, but some people, including me, Ankit, find it funny.
It is.
So we try to do it. It is rather humorous.
But yeah, Gold Devil defeated Mordorak with the Master Sword. So that was he had a pretty long sword doing it, which made it harder than if he had, say, like, got a sword. But either way, got the job done. And CubeDavid's just kind of making his way through Elden, trying to still find that last earring.
Yeah, I guess if you went Lanayru and the earrings is on one of the dig spots, you'd feel really bad about it afterwards.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's. There's so many different places they could be where it's just like, you know, you're in the late game, you just kind of have to pick a direction and hope at this point.
Yeah, and we saw earlier with the whip being on Golo, you know, you could have just gone there and gotten it, but
yeah,
it was more of a risky play.
I think that Lanayru with bombs is very check dense, so it makes sense to go there in that sense.
But also when we've already pinged all of the desert checks and know exactly which ones are pinging and which ones aren't.
Oh yeah, like going for chests that you know at least have something in them is never. It's something that's always a good play, pretty much. Because worst case, you're gonna get like crystals.
Yeah, I know we have at least 2 bomb locked checks in Lanayru. Both of our. I know that Cube definitely has checked Lanayru without the bomb bag. I can't remember what was pinging in lightning node, but there was definitely 2 pings in fire node.
It's worth saying. Does Golden Devil only have how many? Okay, no, Golden Devil has 40 crystals according to the Zelda SpeedRuns tracker. On his personal tracker, he has 35. That's with.
Oh no, going for 15 loose.
No.
3 pings in lightning node. Wow.
Okay, I think there's some.
Not something you see every day.
Some crystals that Golden Devil didn't get in Thunderhead that he's gonna get now.
15 loose is scary. I've never done 15 loose in Remlits.
15 loose takes a while, because you have to also get the loose crystals on Lumpy Pumpkin. You have to get some in on Beetle's Island.
Oh yeah, Lumpy Pumpkin. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That is
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's
horrifying.
It's a gamble, put it that way.
I don't want to think about that.
Doing less crystals, like 5 or like 10, like 5 especially. I remember back in the day I used to do like 5 crystals all the time, just because.
Oh yeah, I do 5 crystals every now and then.
It's a pretty quick way of doing it, of getting crystals. But yeah, as you get to 10, again 15, it becomes more of an aggressive play.
Okay, we're checking our final dig spot now.
Yep, nothing quite in the first 4.
Okay, will this be earrings, or will we have to check somewhere else? It is not earrings. Okay, so if Golden makes the play to go Lanayru instead of Elden and gets his earrings, like earlier than Cube does, that would make things really interesting. So yeah, we are in earrings mode. This is not something you see every day.
Pretty much. I think, again, goldendevil still needs to get his bomb bag. But yeah, he's probably gonna get that very soon, since he's on Scarlet at this point.
He's getting 5 loose, maybe, possibly.
Honestly, makes sense if you're at.
He doesn't know that he's gonna get crystals on Colin, so.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you're at Academy and you're going to Village, getting 5 is like not too far out of the way. So in that instance, it makes sense. But he's probably gonna get 5 loose on Collins anyway.
Yeah, he's getting 5 loose. This play makes sense for him.
It makes sense. It's just that we know that there are loose crystals anyway. Oh no, he might be
making the decision to warp to start, which will put him in daytime. Deciding that if Colin has crystals, then might be a good thing. Right, and here's Colin giving him his crystal pack.
Yep.
So Cube taking the Ampulus shell down Fire Node right now.
Yeah, nice little riding of the shell.
Mm-hmm. Pushing the box down, and we are gonna see what's in Fire Node. Nice using claw shots for that, so that it doesn't have to use up any arrows. Oh. Does Golden know that he has 50 crystals? I don't think he does. He's going for...
That may be. He's on his own track, he's got 48.
Yeah, so, and whereas for us, he's got 53. Wait, I need to see what it says in the text.
On the text, it says he's got 53. The Zelda Speedrun tracker is correct, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Could very much be a mistrack moment, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Okay, another bottle on David's end.
Oh my lord. But yeah, there's a crystal on West Cliff. There's also a crystal in the wooden boards. There's a crystal in Oriel and Para's house. There's a crystal in the lighthouse. There's a crystal above the waterfall. There's a crystal behind Waterfall Cave.
But yeah.
How's the game going? The game is going interesting. We are currently in earrings mode to get our hinted sword and Boko base.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah.
David at this point just looking for earrings and going about to get his one bag.
The runners kind of took the same route at the start. It changed a little bit, and then they're going back together now. I would give a slight lead to Cube, but again, anything can happen.
Goldendevil giving Link quite a bit of a headache there. He gets out of the water quite nicely.
Link is an elegant swimmer. Apart from when he hits his head.
Link does that a lot. I've given Link a few headaches in my day.
Yeah, Link needs to take care of himself. It is annoyingly finicky. I agree.
It is. It's like getting out of the water is the just annoying part. It's yeah.
Okay, got pings and lightning node. I want to see Spiral Charge. I really want to see it. I want to see Spiral Charge. Crystals!
More crystals, yeah.
We're almost at crystal percent. Okay. Let this be Spiral Charge.
Okay,
as Golden gets his bomb bag.
Yep, Golden's got his bomb bag. So now, yeah, both runners just looking for earrings.
Lightning Node be like that sometimes.
Got 3 techno blends just like there.
Lightning Node is so like annoying when you try to go fast and then the bokoblins get you, and then it's like you get stun locked by them basically because the electricity just makes you lose your control, and then Interesting thing to note is you can actually shoot this with the bow from back there, which is
cool yeah. I think
it's
the
like
fastest way of doing it,
slightly
but
precise. But like you do get the hang of it. Don't blame Cube for just using the quick beetle there though. Also pretty quick. And there's crystal percent.
so many crystal packs, yeah.
Small quiver and a small bomb bag. True. Okay. Cube has 2 checks accessible on his tracker right now. Which ones are those?
I'm just trying to think which ones those are.
He's done all of Lanayru. Boss key chest was hinted dead. An Elden Mogmaturf was hinted dead. A Boko base, you can't do anything there. In Farron, was sealed Gorko and Song from Impa.
Gorko was I think Gorko was a bow. Oh wait, although David has.
Oh yeah, Gorko was a bow. Yeah, Gorko has hinted a bow. So Song from Impa. Oh yeah, so Cube just tracked Gorko away. So he's last location or something.
Okay, right.
Last locationing always sucks.
Oh wait, I think was that second chest pinging in Lightning Node. I think I just saw it on Golden Devil's end.
Oh no!
David just ran past.
Oh
wow!
I'm scared.
Wow.
Oh no! No!
Of course,
Cube.
it's the. Yep.
Yeah, well, as I said, anything can happen in these races.
Cube is about to get very, very confused right now as he hits 0 locations remaining.
No. And that is how easy it is to miss ping.
Yeah, it's 0 on his tracker. We'll see.
Can happen to the best of us.
Yep. We'll see if how quickly
Cube could realize if he can make it in time. He might be able to make it. It all depends on how fast Golden is.
Yeah, but this does put Golden undoubtedly in the lead with him heading straight
to the ping
base, I think.
The ping defaulted to the first chest instead of the second one. So Cube is aiming to go back to Farron right now.
Yeah,
so
I think
Golden.
Yeah, sorry.
I guess we could say that Golden is in go mode. We
Pretty
don't
much.
know. We don't know where exactly our sword is, but we know that it could be in one of these 4 checks. So we are guaranteed to get go mode out of Boko base.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's hard to consider what go mode really is with these hints.
I know, like the technical terminology that I've heard in third round is no mode, where you know where most of your items are. I mean, you're kind of playing as if you are in Go, but you just don't have your items. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the safer option would be to just wait.
Yeah, because Golden technically doesn't have the sword yet.
Yeah, when I was new to randomizers, I thought when people said no mode, they meant NO.
Oh, no.
And that it was when you're like one item away, you're in no mode. You're almost there, but no. But then I realized it was actually about knowing. Say no to rando.
Yeah, David now going to Eldin, just trying to remember what chess he missed. Of course, we know it's the second one in Lightning Node.
I feel so bad for him.
It's especially because I know David had a pretty noticeable lead for quite a while.
Yeah, he's done more checks than Golden has. He unfortunately just hit the 0 locations remaining. He's now going into Boko base, but none of that pinged. I think he's gonna double check his pings here. And yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah. Yeah, all we can do as spectators is just hope that he, at some point, realizes or gets back to it. Yeah, Golden Devil now at the top of Boko base, entering Summit and finding the sword hopefully pretty soon.
Okay, that chest is pinging. He could try and not just not do Fire Dragon, and just immediately go for that check, and then go back to Fire Dragon. Or wait,
if Golden Devil's feeling it, then he could go for that, because if that's his sword, then that would save having to do the Fire Dragon shenanigans.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That also happens to me. There was one time where I fell in the lava there because Link didn't grab the ledge like 3 times in a row.
Oh yeah, easily done.
Yeah, mispinging happens to the best of us. He's going to Gorge.
Yep, there's the sword.
Oh, am I behind?
I just refreshed my page. I think I'm a little bit ahead for now.
Oh yeah, no, Golden is exiting Link's room for me right now. So yeah, Golden's in go.
Yep. Yeah, I was very behind, and then I refreshed my page. I refreshed my page just as he got the sword.
So yeah, Cube he's going back to desert now. I really hope he just is able to find out. But yeah, that Golden's in go.
Yeah, for Golden, it's just the third Gohan fight and Demise that's left.
I have nothing to tell you. Shoutouts to that Gossip Stone.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's going into Sansi.
I definitely know that going into this tournament, Golden was definitely hoping to at least get one win out of the stage, and it's looking like maybe this first, like potentially this first race could be a golden dub here.
Golden Devil dub. I'm so here for it.
We still, of course, have the end game to go, but it would definitely, I think, definitely boost his confidence as a runner. I think.
Yeah, I can't help but feel horrible for Cube. I
mean, we've all been there.
Raced with him a lot, and
yeah,
seeing this happen is just so unfortunate. He has, anything could happen, and obviously this is just the first match of many. But as a commentator, this is just, it's like, it sucks.
It's always
to
painful to
have
watch,
to
I think,
see this
especially
happen.
yeah. Because I know I've been in this situation where I've had a miss ping. I'm sure you have. I'm sure many runners watching this in chat have also been in the situation where you just get to 0 accessible locations and you're like, well, yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
Golden now entering G3.
One misping I once made that I feel like is a really sneaky one is east of Earth Temple and west of Earth Temple in Boko Base.
Oh yes, that's it. Yep.
Man, this is so unfortunate. But yeah, Golden's in G3.
Yeah, it's likely that his nerves will probably be through the roof now.
Yeah,
as
Sandship pinging is weird. I kind of just do my own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, some pings are weird.
Nice parrying in phase 1. Also nice jump slash. Link's gonna avoid out. I like that.
Nice, yeah.
I love being funny in G3 phase 1.
There's always good meme potential in G3, I think.
You can like grab the ledge at the end, and when the platform is extending, and Link like.
I mean that's straight up faster because because Goham ends up going close to the edge at that point. It's not by a huge amount, but it saves a bit of time. But yeah, Goham 3. Yeah,
we're hopping down after hitting him down before the cutscene happens, so that we can be with him faster. But yeah, other than that, phase 1, mainly just going fast. There's that small time save with the ledge grab. There's that small time save with going down to the platform. But yeah.
Alright, phase 2.
So yeah, in phase 2, doing a slash or a spin attack or 2 spin attacks in the same direction can remove his sword, and then you can stun him. There's also a stun lock you can do if you do a skyward stab from far away enough, but Golden might not know that, which is completely fair.
Golden seems to be having a little bit of problems with his stabs. Oh, he's getting a few in there. Nice. Yeah, stabbing's a weird motion where, unlike the other swings, you kind of have to almost thrust, kind of with like your whole arm. It's I think can be quite uncomfortable, and especially if your motion control's a bit off, it can be quite.
Yeah, I would say this. I would say of all the motion control things in this game, apart from when you have to draw on walls, because that sucks. We don't talk about that. The skyward stab is like one of the most finicky things to do. It takes practice. It works, but it does take practice.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, now we're in phase 3. If you spin attack the same direction that his sword is broken, it will be faster.
Yep, and there we go.
And there you go.
Down, just Demise have to go. Yeah, I know that Golden has been practicing his Demise fights as well. So
yeah, Cube's looking an ancient system now.
Hopefully we'll see that payoff from Golden. But yeah, just one more boss fight to go, and then.
But yeah, let's go Golden. Good. And I agree very much with Alka. I'm very happy for Golden that he's ahead right now. When he thought he was going to go 0-10, but also Cube mispinging is so unfortunate. Okay.
I mean, it kind of shows how close this race was, actually. I mean, like, yes, yeah. Cube did have a bit of a lead throughout, but honestly, Golden was on David's tail for.
And the unthinkable happened. Okay.
Getting some good slashes in on Demise.
Yeah, taking Demise phase 1 slow and steady. You can always just restart the sword combos, so I very much respect it. There.
Oh yeah. Demise is very much
spin
a fight
attacks are quite difficult to do here. A lot of the time, I think it's either you either wait to do it or you do it immediately. I think you have to wait a little bit to do the spin attack every time.
The spin attack timings are, I don't want to say they're tight, but they're quite interesting.
Wait,
but either way, that's phase 1 done.
Yeah.
Golden did take a little bit of health loss at phase 1, but we'll see how phase 2 goes. Nice backflip. Nice spin attack. It's going well so far.
Okay,
People
yeah,
are just saying
so
he has a fairy.
it's spinning too early. Okay, nice.
Okay,
Charging up his Sky Strike. Hopefully we can get the second one. Oh, that sucks.
Okay, nice. No, he get it. He's got it.
Xbox controller emulating a Wii remote. Nice.
Oh, there we go. Demise is dead.
And boom. GG Golden. Winning
I feel
the
like
race.
we're both at different points, but yeah.
And
yeah,
that is Cube DNFing. But yeah, let's go Golden. GG on the race.
I think Cube is right at lightning node, so he would have seen where his earrings were.
That explains a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
I looked for earrings about 15 or 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for us to watch on your end, David. Just how weird those earrings were, because it was like, I mean, it was weird, especially with those other chests pinging. But it's just kind of how, I mean, mispings happen, and especially in that case, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But either way, honestly, I think for most of that race, it was pretty close. I want to say that Cube, you had quite a very tiny lead for most of it. There was a point, I think, where like the first 45 minutes, you guys were pretty close. And then I think as once Golden went to Sansi, and I think when QB went to Ancient System, that's when it kind of split off quite dramatically.
You guys split when you got whip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Sansi had to have bellows, so I was just like, I'm going to Sansi and clearing it now that I can.
Yeah.
Because I was right there.
Honestly, I was,
Makes sense retrospectively. I thought about it like 10 minutes after I went to System, like, wait, why didn't I just go to Sansi? I wouldn't lose anything because of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think both of you made pretty, both plays made sense. Ancient System, it was a required dungeon, so you'd have to do it anyway, so it made sense as well. I did especially like your play, Golden, of doing Sansi, because it's right there. You have pretty much everything to do it at full speed. So you can't really go wrong with it.
Well, and I knew Cave's Key was path to Molten Rock.
And of course, the path.
I figured that out, and so I was just like, I'm here, this is my path. I might as well just clear it.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
I was sure I was behind until I decided to go to Lightning Node and got my earrings. I just remembered there were 3 pings in there. I was just like, there's too many things here for me not to check it. And because I thought I was behind, that's why I miscounted my crystals, which is why I got 5 loose when I didn't need to.
Right.
I was just like, I think I'm behind, I've got to take a risk. And I didn't climb Eldin at all.
Right, yeah. That is
noticeable.
That's one thing that Cube did do, I think, upon getting bomb.
Yeah,
I think
he did the dig spots.
Which was valid because those were open for quite a while, actually.
Yeah, if those had your earrings and you went to Lanayru and that didn't have your earrings, you'd be like, oh, why didn't I just go to the dig spots? But
I was already a bit anxious about the dig spots because they were so early in logic. Like we had mids on Floria, for example, and like the Floria doors, and in like Floria itself. So
right.
I was really anxious because I didn't want to go through Magma Turf, through Barren Magma Turf specifically.
Yeah, but no, it was
mentioned that on comms as well.
But either way, I think again both of you guys were pretty close for most of that. And then it just that last mistake, like you of that miss ping, just that kind of set Golden into the lead.
Yeah.
But
it was a really fun race to watch, though. You guys
definitely very entertaining.
Yeah, I knew I was having my gameplay was not great for so much of the seed. I mean, you guys saw at the beginning, I'm like falling off Eldon, trying to do the bombs. I had a lot of issues, and so I figured I was behind the entire time. The first moment when I thought I might have a chance was when I was going into sealed grounds and Cube hadn't finished.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I remember when I went into Lightning Node with bombs, that I actually saw the bottom left chest ping, but for some reason...
it defaulted to that first, and it like hid the other ping behind it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the thing with TDMC, is that sometimes it's because of how the pings can work and sometimes overlap. This pinging is unfortunate. It happens to pretty much everyone. I know I've been in this situation, and I'm sure many other runners have been in this situation as well, of just getting to 0 locations and going, well, and yeah, it happens. But again, as I keep repeating this, but it's true. It was definitely a very close race between you two, and very entertaining from us in the commentary booth, and for everyone else as well.
Also, Golden, I tried to keep this a bitless race, but after failing my cutoff for like 1 or 1.5 minutes straight, I resorted to 1 RBM.
I did not want anyone to play bitless. I just wanted to tell people I am playing no bit this entire tournament, so don't be surprised. And if to the extent it affects how you play, you can keep it in mind. That was the only reason I wanted to be completely transparent with people. So it's not like,
I mean, in this.
I did this.
At least.
Yeah, I don't think there was really any bit, but
I can't remember if the west room chest is dead, if it's faster to do the bit warp. I remember Raid saying something about it.
I wouldn't say it's faster to not. I could be wrong.
Yalan Raid said a while ago that the bit warp was faster if the west room is dead, but I've never timed it myself. You'd have to ask them.
I think that would make sense, because in like old vanilla 80%, like years and years ago, when I was a little baby, it was that bit warp was used, so it would not surprise me.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I think we are going to call it here. Again, GG's to Golden and Cube. Great race, and first race of 10 for both of them in this group. So there's going to be a lot more SSR. Speaking of which, we're going to be back here in a little less than 2 hours for another match, which is going to be group. I'm not stalling. Group Farron. That'll be Flash and Tanjo 3 happening in about 2 hours. So go get some food, stretch your legs. We'll be back with some more SSR. Also going on, there is some ALTTP, some NMG races going on, and then a lot of stuff going on this weekend. OT Rando tourney in the quarterfinals. MMR, those are Easter tourneys going on. Some more Remlits still going on, including Group Eldon, which is my group, and the best group. But yeah, lots of cool stuff going on. So make sure to follow our runners. Also our 2 commentators, Kit and Sledgen, for doing a great job kicking off the tournament restreams for us. And then our trackers, Baseball and Jade, who are doing a fantastic job. Baseball is on death's door right now. She's so sick and has never tracked SSR before, and you would never know. She was amazing. So, but with that, we're going to send you over to ZSR4, where they are doing some ALTTP, and hopefully we will see y'all back here in like 2 hours. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.